Hello all, August 31st, 2012. Having a lot of trouble with the equipment, so we're going to have to do a shortened version of this video. So, at this time, let's go and take a look at what's happening in San Francisco Bay with the barges. Okay, another foggy, windy, cold morning. We just had a lot of drizzle and we're sort of hurrying up here because we don't have the time anymore. Must make short videos. How unusual. One barge in San Francisco Bay. Now what's up? And what's Brent Crude up to? Alright, we were able to clear off the board. Alright, let's start at the bottom. That's where we're starting. We're on 112.5. And we just kind of blumped along and did the up and downs for a little while. And then the feds, the US feds, said that they were going to do some stimulus to the economy. Well, in other words, give money to the bank. And Wall Street, of course, which is the bank, decided they like that. Up and up and up and up and up. All the way to 115. Somewhere in there. Not only are we with peak oil, but we're with peak eraser. How am I going to get this erased? And we'll try and get gasoline prices in here. Inexpensive gas station. Expensive gas station. And this is just a short version of the news. And I am headed up that mountain. Then we'll take a left and then another left, dash the bike, walk for a while, and we'll be there. Okay, this next news item has to do with oil in every way. It has to do with who's going to get the oil. It's time to go to the board to explain this. Well, it turns out that the U.S. arms exports were up to $66.3 billion last year. That's the ones that we know about. That is a world's record. Okay, in 2011, the U.S. military-industrial complex sold 78% of all military weapon sales. Russia sold 4.8 billion, came in number 2. Nothing compared to the 66 billion the U.S. sold. In 2009, the U.S. weapons sales totaled 31 billion. So you get a little idea of how much it's increased under the Obama administration. Who's buying all these weapons? Alright, we're almost there. We just have to go up, down there, stash the bike, and walk down. But I noticed something. The vegetation, which normally dries out in the summer here, which is really our winter because of the fog and drizzle. But this year we've had so little drizzle, there hasn't been enough. And as you see, most of the vegetation is now dead. Okay, when I looked up this list, it was so long that I thought it would just be impossible to list that the U.S. sells weapons to. But here are the two biggest. Saudi Arabia, who's going to get F-15s, ammunitions, missiles, and radar, and a whole list of different items. Now, next door is the United Arab Emirates. Now, they get F-16s and high-altitude defense radars and equipment that they don't even tell us what it is. It's some kind of new high altitude. So we're going to arm the United Arab Emirates better than we do Saudi Arabia. Now, to me, that just tells me that they're just trying to get these two to fight to keep the military arms continuing, and so that we can get in and get the oil. About $56 billion was sold to various nations throughout the world last year, with different arms, mostly small arms, rifles, and ammunitions. Anti-personnel mines, missiles, you name it. We sell it to anybody. And as you can see, you can make a lot of money on arms. Trafficking arms, I should say.